Inside of this box is a dream come true for me. And before I can show you what's in the box, I'm gonna have to explain why. So when I first decided to start posting on this YouTube channel again in February of this year, I went into it thinking, what kind of video can I make that nobody else can really make or would really make? And so after thinking about that for a while, I was also in the market for a new keyboard. I thought, what if I combined my love for kind of all things Japan and Japanese manufacturing with this desire or need for a new keyboard and made something about the keyboard that I wanted to get. So that's what I decided to do. I made a video about the Happy Hacking keyboard, the Type S, that will be up here somewhere. You can go watch that video too. And I spent a lot of time researching the origins of the keyboard and the creator, Eiji Wada, and why he made the keyboard the way that it was, and how Topre switches work, and how Japanese manufacturing played into it, and all sorts of different things. And I was super, super proud of that video. Now, since then, people have stormed the comments to let me know that the lighting and sound were terrible, which they were, so thank you for that. And I've learned a little bit about that since then. But that video did, I think at this point, actually in my YouTube creator statistics, for the duration it's been out, it's been my best performing video. It's not my highest views overall, that's my Mexico City video, but this one was usually when you publish a YouTube video, it kind of comes out and you get an initial spike in views, and then it kind of just flatlines once the algorithm decides it's time to end promotion for it. This one's just constantly been going up and to the right since February. So anyway, I made that video, and then a month ago, I got a message on LinkedIn, of all places, from the brand manager of the company who sells Happy Hacking keyboard here in the States. And he was like, hey, I saw your video, I absolutely loved it, and I would like to spend a little bit more time talking to you about it if you have some time in the next week or so. And I was like, heck yeah, dude, that sounds awesome. And I also had literally no idea what to expect. I've never done anything like this before. So fast forward about a week or so, and we hop on the Zoom call, and he starts talking to me about how, although they have had a lot of people who review the Happy Hacking keyboard in the past, I was one of the first people they've ever seen go into the history of the keyboard and why it is the way that it is and why that impacts how I feel about it, and talk about the creator and the brand and Topre switches and all of these different things. And so I felt really seen as this kind of hyper-fixated weirdo who thought that maybe somebody somewhere would care about these small details in the same way that I do, to have the brand itself come and be like, yeah, dude, that was cool. That was super awesome. And over the course of that conversation, he started talking about how they wanted to start directing some ad revenue or ad traffic towards my existing video. And actually, they really wanted to send me their new keyboard. And they wanted to send it to me for free. They wanted to send it to me with no strings attached on whether I reviewed it or didn't review it. And if I decide to review it, I can do so however I want. They talked to me about giving me access to the product manager so I can talk to them more about how they designed the product and why it is the way that it is and all these different things. So I'm kind of sitting there dumbfounded, I'm just a nerd who made a video on the internet and hoped some people would like it. And it turns out that they really did. And that was really, really cool. So anyway, when I said at the beginning of this video, this box is a dream come true for me, it's because it's the keyboard that they sent me for free. And when I first got into this, I thought, what could be cooler than a quote unquote brand deal, right? That's what all content creators and influencers want. And it's by no stretch a brand deal, but I got something that I'm going to use every day from a brand that I love and respect because they cared about the way that I cared about their product. And that's the coolest thing I could have ever hoped to get out of the experience of making any video, let alone my first one that kind of sparked most of you who are watching here today. So anyway, I have not opened this yet because I've been too nervous about making this video and wasn't sure how to talk about it or present it, and I haven't made a video in a couple months, so I thought nobody's gonna care about it. I'm old, washed up, etc., etc., etc. But here we are anyway, doing it now, unscripted. And so I'm gonna open it now, and we're gonna see what this is all about. So, very nice packaged keyboard, very well safely, but here we go. So this is the Happy Hacking Keyboard Studio. This is their newest model that is a little bit different, and some of the things that are different about it, because I'm definitely gonna make a video about this. I'm not gonna talk about in too much detail right now, but it has touch trackpad functionality, kind of like you would get from the Magic Trackpad, but on the keyboard, which is kind of insane. Oh, this looks so nice. And it has, like, if you remember on the old school, like Lenovo laptops, the little circle deal that acted as a mouse on the keyboard, it has one of those too. This is really, really pretty. This looks beautiful. I don't know what this is going to do to the focus, but we'll throw that in there. They also asked me what color I wanted, which I thought was amazing, since in my video I talked about how I wish, kind of in hindsight, even though I love the vintage look of this, I would have gotten the dark one, the black one, because all of my stuff is darker in my setup. And so I got to choose this time. So yeah, guys, that's kind of all I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna spend, you know, the next week, month, whatever, using this every day and seeing how I feel about it so that I can make a proper review. But I wanted to make this video to say that, like, you never know where the things you want in life are gonna come from. At least not exactly, but I do know that they come to you as a result of just starting and sticking with it and seeing what happens, but maybe most importantly, being true to yourself. I made a video that I think only I could have made. And that's what made it, I think, resonate with the brand and resonate with some of you who watched it. And I'm really, really proud of that. So anyway, I'm gonna go get this set up, and yeah. Thanks for tuning in to a very unscripted, unofficial video. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Thank you for being a subscriber or a new viewer. I'm so glad you're here. And I feel so lucky to get to do all of the things that I get to do as a part of this YouTube channel. So anyway, till next time, folks.